I'm Sudhakar, chairman of CII Karur. Karur, as you might know, has been traditionally a textile manufacturing center. Textiles and Karur go hand in hand for at least the last 100 years. The textile industry in Karur started with, in a very traditional way, in a very primitive way, with handlooms, weaving fabrics that were being sent out to different parts of the country. And that's how Karur was known as a textile center throughout the country. Karur does an export of about 4,000 crores today, and in fact sells to globally reputed retailers, including the largest company in the world, Walmart, the biggest importer of textile in the world, IKEA, and to companies like Target, JCPenney, Macy's, Crate and Barrel, and companies like John Lewis or Tesco, or you take the second largest retailer in the world, Carrefour. So these are companies that buy a lot of textile products out of Karur. And Karur, though it has been in the business for the last 100 years, there has been a stagnation that has crept into this market, and the business has not actually been growing in the last 5 or 6 years. Now CII, as part of its effort to grow the economy of Karur, and the textile export being the prime driver of the economy of Karur, wanted to do something about this. So CII took the effort to do a detailed study. As part of its effort, it looked into diversification as one of the options. And after a lot of study, a lot of deliberations, a lot of consultations with the industry, the CII arrived at a solution for the Karur textile industry. So thus came into being the garment cluster in Karur. The garment cluster in Karur follows a unique model, the ACI, which stands for Aggregate, Consolidate and Integrate. Instead of just having a number of fragmented manufacturing units, there is one central driving unit which is the core of this cluster. The second part of the cluster is the Common Facility Center, which is funded by the Government of India. There are a lot of synergies between apparel and garment. I mean apparel and home textile. Both the industries use fabric, both the industries dye their fabric, and both of them cut and sew and come out with the final product. Just that the apparel market is a much bigger market and an ever-growing market, and there are a lot more opportunities in that market. And our neighbor Tirupur, who export about 25,000 crores worth of garments, have fixed up a 1 lakh crore target for the next 5 years. So we thought, like, why not we share a part of that target? Why not we contribute to that target too? To start with, there were a lot of hesitation because this is a completely new business for us. So thus came the idea of the central driving unit. Now the driving unit has taken up I would say most of the responsibilities for the business for the first 2 years. This includes marketing. The central unit will be marketing for the entire member units, recruitment and training of manpower, purchase and negotiation for raw materials and machinery, and even the cutting of fabric would be happening in the central unit for the garments that are being made in the member units. The member units initially would only be doing the finishing part of the garment and would be packing them and exporting them. Now the idea is to gradually make the member units learn the different processes. Now this cluster is not a one-time cluster for the 20 member units that are already members of the cluster. This is going to be a continuous process where new members are going to be added. Now this is a model that is unique, and the model is going to be highly technology driven, and we have picked up the best practices from some of the best clusters in the world. We are starting off the cluster and the units at very high compliance levels for factories, which would meet the requirements for any of the reputed global retailers. And we for sure have started seeing that there is a lot of interest from globally reputed retailers to start using this cluster for manufacturing products that they want. This is about the garment cluster in Karur, and to get to know more about it, please join us at the Outlook Business Smart Enterprise. See you there soon.